Attention all Wings fans. 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Empower a life today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Change is only a conversation away when you choose to share your wisdom, time, and heart with a young mind. Together, we can craft a brighter future, one child at a time. Ignite a spark of hope and be someone's guiding light. Find out more about becoming a mentor by visiting teammates.org. Become a beacon of change by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeit. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket. Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
The captain, Vershawn Jackson.
Let's just talk, because I like these projections. Left defensive end, Ty Robinson. Behind him, Chief Borders. Nose tackle, Hush Monster, and then Van Poppel. Right defensive end, Jamari Butler, and then Cameron Linhart.
Yeah, you got to have them on the field at the same time. I mean, that's a train wreck right there. I mean, in the making. Both of them in the near future is going to demand double teams, so you might as well get them ready for it now. And that's just the best thing for this team right now, to have both of those up-and-coming stars on the field at the same time.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Be a memory for your grandchildren. Among Nebraska adults age 65 or older, 47% report current alcohol use. Drinking too much can cause harm to children, family members, and loved ones. By drinking less, you will still be around for your grandchildren. If you or a loved one is looking for help, find a treatment facility near you at findtreatment.gov. For immediate support, call, text, or chat 988.
Brought to you by Nebraska DHHS in partnership with SAMHSA.
Ready to upgrade your combine in 2024? The team at Landmark Implement is here to help find the right combine to fit your operations needs. Choose from 4.5% for up to 60 months or a 12-month interest waiver, followed by John Deere financial rates with approved credit through the end of February. When you purchased a pre-owned S or X Series combine from Landmark, know you are backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network with mobile techs and parts drop-off points to keep you up and running. View our current inventory online at landmarkimp.com or stop by your local Landmark to experience the Landmark difference.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions. Live from the heart of Lincoln, America, welcome to Ticket Weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome into What's Brewing with Chancellor Brewington. The host, as always, to my left. I'm Harrison Arns on the ones and twos. We got a full hour up ahead here before we have a little bit, we got Nuclear Heat. That will go from 9 to 10 p.m., and that's with Jake Bachman. They'll talk some pro wrestling, and then from there, we'll have a little bit of a break, 11 to midnight, the Daily Nebraskan, as always. But nonetheless, I'll throw it to the host, Chancellor Brewington. How's it going on this Tuesday night? A nice, warm Tuesday night.
No, this is the best night I've ever had in Lincoln so far this year. This is fantastic. Thank you, God, for this weather. My goodness, it's fantastic. But yeah, I think I'll start it off with a story tonight, man. I'll start off with a story. I won't tell you who the author is. If you know, you know, and that will make things even cooler. But so there was a man, right? There was a man, and he was sent to a potter's house, right? And if anyone knows about pottery, they obviously deal with clay, but they have a potter's wheel, and that's how they form it. I know the only reason I know this is because art class.
Oh yeah.
When I was in high school, you would do it, put it on the wheel and you try to form it, and mine would always break. Right?
It's tough. I can imagine most people have probably taken that class at least once.
Yeah.
I got mine to spin, but as soon as I put it in I can't remember what you call it, the burner, the
kiln.
Thank you.
Yeah.
When you put it, mine just fell apart.
No, yeah.
It's not constructed right at all.
No, exactly. So the story goes, this man, he gets called to go to the potter's house, and he has no idea why he goes there, right? And so he's watching this potter, right? And he breaks it. He gets the clay, he builds it up into this nice thing, right? Into this vessel, right? And then he looks at it, examines it, and then he crashes it all down and he flattens it all. So he flattens it base level, all flat, right? And then he reforms it into something made fit and made for use and made for whatever the potter had in mind, right? So I think that story is just like kind of it just relates to life, man, that sometimes we have to be formed. We have to be there's certain things we have to go through in order to become fit and to be well used for the things to come in life. So that was just a little story I had to share. I don't know why I wanted to share it. I don't know why it came to my mind, but
it's nighttime radio, man.
Yeah, nighttime radio, man. But if you feel like you are, they call it on the potter's wheel. If you ever feel like you on the potter's wheel, it don't feel good, but it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. So just keep going. I think we're gonna start off every show now with a little word of encouragement. So yeah, just keep going and know, it gets uncomfortable at times, but who wouldn't want to be a great vessel used for a great purpose? So yeah, just keep going, man. That's my word of advice to the world. I know we're all going through something, but it gets better at the end. It gets better. If it's not good right now, it ain't the end. It ain't the end.
That's a good way to put it too.
Yeah.
And again, if you're on that potter's wheel, it's uncomfortable because your familiarities, everything's just breaking apart.
Oh my goodness.
And when everything's breaking apart, it's miserable, but at the same time, it allows room for growth.
Yeah, and I think the symbolization of the like, because as a potter, you have to actually press into you have to actually press into the clay. So I think in human form, I think the pressing into is like building character. Building your patience up, building your compassion, building your gentleness, building your kindness. If you're not a kind person, and then all of a sudden you get formed into this kind of kind person, and just different. You add different like fruits to your tree almost. Like it's a wonderful thing, but it's not like you said. It's not comfortable while it's going
miserable.
on. It's miserable and it's not fun, and you wish it to be over, but you look back on that and you kind of wear that as a badge of honor once you get through it. I feel like. So
100%.
yeah.
Because I think everyone can probably remember a time that was miserable, but something good came out of it.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I think that's what we kind of talked about this yesterday, but I do, and I could be totally wrong. Like I don't have a degree in philosophy or anything like that. But I do wonder if like that's why people have so much anxiety now, like just kind of creating problems. Because like life's pretty good.
Yeah.
I know everyone's freaking out.
Especially in America. My goodness.
Yeah. I know things are hot because the elections are around, but if you look overall, like people are living longer, crime overall, that's down. There's still plenty of things that are way better than even 10 years before.
Yeah.
But anxiety is all time high. And I think it's just, we don't have enough of those as weird as to say, like bad problems to break you down and to make you work through it to become a better person through it.
Yeah, and I think the potter's wheel, or another word could even be like the valley, or like the wilderness, or like, like that type of scenery, per se. But I think those type of situations really, in hindsight, so looking future to past, really, you could really look at those like, dang, like that's like a achievement.
Yeah.
Like everyone could kind of say like, yeah, I went through that. Instead, like in our day and age, we kind of like, oh, like we only like the highlight reels. Like we only like, we don't like being formed into something. Like we just like when it happened, and we get to just, and boast about that, and see other people do good. And then and then the comparison bug kick in, like we talked about the other day. But yeah, I think, man, wearing that wilderness season, wearing that valley as a badge, like man, I went through it and I came out better, and being able to have that testimony, and then help someone else who going through that. That's the biggest thing, is being to help someone else who going through the same thing that you have just been through, or even you going through in the same moment, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe you at a different pace, because everyone at this life is moving at a different pace. So sometimes, some people are walking, some people are running, some people on a conveyor belt, you know what I'm saying? Like some people are on crutches, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the thing is, you gotta keep moving forward. That's the thing. If we're moving forward, we're at a pace. Let's just be at a pace. Let's just not be stagnant. You know what I'm saying?
I like that. Yeah, just get out of pace.
Get out of pace.
It's like
get out of pace.
Keeps it from doing that comparing game too.
Yeah.
Because if you're just focused on your own pace, like you'll forget the other stuff. Because I got a lot of my friends, shout out to them. They're great friends, but they all graduated. Quite a few of them got software engineering degrees.
Oh my goodness.
If I want to compare myself to those guys, I'm going to be miserable. Like, how much you make out of college.
Right.
And so small stuff like that. When did that like really start clicking for you? Because unfortunately for me, I'd like to say it happened, and I'm only 24 now, and I'm still figuring it out. Like I still have those moments where I got to humble myself. But definitely, as like, I didn't even really figure it out until like probably post college, before I really started kind of getting that humble attitude about everything.
That's so tough, because I feel like I was blessed at a very, very young age to just be like very self-aware of like what I did have and then what I didn't have. And obviously coming from times where we had a lot, or we had not a lot, you know what I'm saying, or we didn't have much. So I think just being able like to be so adaptable in a lot of situations. My childhood was very different. We're not gonna get into childhoods tonight. We're just gonna keep that for off the radio. But no, I'm just playing. But yeah, I would just say like just being a little bit younger and just understanding like what my peers was going through and what I was going through was just always a little different. And then it just brought into perspective like, hey, man, if I ever are in their position, if I ever, do got something for myself, if I ever am the one that's up and doing stuff, like I'm always gonna keep that humbleness. But I would tell you, coming to Nebraska, my pride was tried, my ego was tried, and being transparent, like those things were tried because of the atmosphere here and all the love and the support that the fans give. It can very much go to your head, and we've talked about it before. But yeah, I would just say there's situations. Obviously, if you brought up a certain way with great parents like I have, like they did a good job with that.
Yeah, shout out to your parents then.
Yeah,
because I think that was like my biggest problem was like I was self-aware, but I was over assuming how self-aware I was, and I think it's like one of those things where I would look at someo's face and be like, oh, you need to do X, Y, and Z. That's why you're feeling this.
Yeah,
way too confident in my ability to assess other people's situations.
Dang, that's a unique perspective. Wow.
Took a while to come to it, That's what I'm saying. It's like post college. It's like, dang, I'm an assuming person. That's a tough thing to be.
No, yeah, no, I can 1000% relate with that, especially being in like the football world. Like sometimes I don't know why when I was a little bit younger in college, like I thought playing football was like you was like football players was just above certain people in life. And bro, like, and then I get
in high school, you kind of see that, but just like athletes, it's just a part of culture. It is what it is,
and it is what it is. But at the end of the day, like, it's so backwards though. It is so backwards. Like if you was ever in a college locker room, like football locker room, you will understand the most like idiotic things happen in there. Like no, like it's like low brain level. Like there's like no like sort of like intelligence, right? That's going on half the time in there. It's a bunch of just guys just being guys, right? And then you get in the real world and like, oh, this dude really wise. Like, and I'm not saying football players aren't like that. I'm just saying like from the peer perspective of taking everyone as a whole, I don't think athletes are superior in no shape or form. I think obviously their bodies might be, but that's just one aspect.
Sound like Nikola Jokic. That's kind of his take on that whole thing.
Yeah.
Just like it's all like he loves the support and the entertainment, but it was always like, the scientists curing cancer. Like, that's like, a way cooler person than me, but thank you. I love the sport. Like it's not bashing the fans. But it's just kind of I do wonder about that aspect sometimes.
Yeah.
But that's just kind of how sports are. It's just entertainment.
It is. And it's gonna keep being entertainment because obviously everyone loves to watch it. Like I was fanned out the other night watching the All-Star game.
Oh, we need to talk about that.
Yeah, we do. We do.
That was outrageous.
That was outrageous. 200 points.
What is it, 211 to 186?
138, 33 threes are attempted. I'm like, this is ridiculous, bro. This is ridiculous. And then I heard Larry Bird right before that. He say, y'all owe it to the fans to compete at a high level. You go out there first like couple drives. Tyrese Halliburton, like he hit like 4 threes in a row.
Luka and Jokic were just playing catch,
bro,
on their way down to a layup.
You cannot convince the damn boys to play hard. Like you just can't. You just can't.
Well, while we're talking about that, let's just go ahead and give the numbers because they're outrageous. Field goals: the West 80 for 143.
It's ridiculous.
The East 83 for 146. They both shot over 55% from the floor. The West tough shooting from the 3-point line, 35%. The East 43%. Trying to figure out some more key stats here. Assists were obviously outrageous, 60 to 46. Turnovers, not as ugly as you'd think for an all-star game. 11 turnovers for the West, 14 for the East. But the stats, there's really nothing crazy. The West did have 100 points in the paint.
Facts.
It's just you guys both took over 140 shots. That's like taking a shot, before 10 seconds every single time.
Yeah, shout out to Dame though, because 3-point and then all-star MVP, like that is very, very tough. I like that.
Yeah, I thought they'd give it to Cat, but obviously.
Yeah.
Is he what do you
is okay? Okay, is Cat the best big man, best shooting big man of all time?
Ooh, that's a good question.
He is, right?
Percentage wise, I think, you give it to him. Well, this year in particular, he's shooting an outrageous clip.
I think you give it to him regardless, though, right?
Trying to think if anybody else would come in that. Jokic, but it's not to the same consistency that we've seen it from Cat. Give Jokic more time and maybe, but I think even now.
But even that's not even Jokic's game for real. Like he's not like a catch and shoot like Cat. Like Cat has a real catch and shoot.
He's about. We'll go year by year, and then we'll get his summary. So 40% 3-point shooter in his entire career.
That's ridiculous.
This year he's shooting at about 44%.
44?
Yep. Last year was his worst year at 36. Excuse me, his rookie year was actually his worst. But otherwise, I mean, he's anywhere between like 38 at the lowest and 43 at the highest. So he's a solid 40% 3-point shooter.
And what's he taking per game?
Well, this season he is averaging for 3-point shots. He is taking about 5 per game, making about 2 of them. Just over 2. So bumped up to about 40%.
Yeah. Wow. That'll do it, man. If you got a big shooting, big giving you 2 threes, bro, a game, that's stretching the court to the like for real. That's special. That is special right there.
That's why Husker Hoops works so well, I think.
You
get Rink Mast out there who's able to kind of.
That's the big tall guy.
Yep,
that's the center.
Yeah, man, I'm blanking on his country for some reason.
Oh, he from out the country.
Yeah, he's foreign.
Man, so you got the point guard out the country. You got him out the country. Is anyone else?
I think all the other ones are going to be U.S.
So what do you think about the whole, like, I would say the majority of the good basketball. I mean, not majority, but we're just seeing a lot of better basketball players from overseas.
Yeah.
What do you think the contributing factor is to that?
think AAU is kind of hurting basketball a little bit.
Mm,
I don't know if that's true. Like I'd have to be.
that's a
I'd have to-
statement right
yeah,
there.
like that's one where you got to go through it, but it does just feel like when you go over to those European teams, you see how they play in the Olympics, you see how Jokic plays, you see how Luka plays.
Right.
It's like their court awareness is so much higher,
Mm,
and I wonder if that's just because they're kind of working with what they have, and as a result of that, instead of having all the best players on these AAU teams, where it's like I give you the ball, it's your turn,
Right,
you're
right.
good enough, go do your thing. It's
Right.
these are my weapons, and if I'm the best player, I got to get this thing to work. And then here
Mm.
comes a Jokic, here comes a Luka, where they're just Luka too. I think playing pro early helps
My goodness.
because
yeah.
that's another option in Europe where a lot of those guys they can start playing some pro ball
Mhm.
and almost avoid those AAU circuits, and they're
Mhm.
kind of in that pro style ball already. So I think part of it's AAU. I'm not a fan of the style, and then the other part is like I think kind of what the G League's trying to be is get guys into like pro style leagues earlier. I think that's another really big part of it is like those European players, they're able to plug in those pro style. And I mean, they're going against grown men
right.
at young ages.
Right.
And then they come to the NBA, things open up even more.
Mhm.
There's less, physicality in it.
No.
And they seem to really just, again, that court awareness. And I think that comes from just kind of staying away from those AAU teams and working with what you got.
Yeah, that is a great point. The AAU, I feel like that could hinder someone's basketball IQ because, like we talked about with Chris, like developmental stages is when you're younger,
Mm-hmm.
and there, you can't really develop a lot of things when you're 20, 21, 22, 23, like just from base foundational stuff. Like if you know the game in and out, because you have to know the game in and out if you're competing at a really, really high level. Because the vets know the tricks and the trades. They know the little back doors. They know the hand checks, the hand fights. Like they know those
They got
things.
superstar calls off for them ready. Like if you're a young guy coming in the league,
Yeah,
they're not giving you anything.
yeah, exactly. So I think even Luka going through that, 15, 16, like obviously Victor played through that. Jokic played through that. Like, I mean, it's pretty crazy to see what they go through and then the players they are now. There's a direct correlation to that.
Yeah. And then you get just guys like Giannis who really didn't have that much of a background, but they're just freaks. Like
Yeah,
athletes.
no, yeah,
and you get him someone who can develop it, and it's like, oh my god,
he's a freak. Have you seen the clips of Giannis's little brother?
yeah, that guy needs to get off. Like, I'm sorry. Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah. They'd be like, he'd be asking for the ball, and his teammates would just be waving him off.
Then they finally give it to him, and he
Yeah.
gets an 8-second violation call.
Yeah. No, it's bad. It's bad. But yeah, I mean, shout out to everyone who participated in the All-Star game. It was cool. I thought they were going to play harder. I was disappointed, but
Did you hear Adam Silver? He sounded more disappointed than anybody.
really,
Yeah, he was kind of like, well, you broke the record for most points scored. Congratulations. And he said it kind of monotone like that.
Mm.
Like he was not. That's not what he wanted.
yeah.
That's not what any of those guys that showed up wanted.
Yeah, because I mean, the best All-Star game I can think of was 2020.
That
Remember
was
when
the Kobe? Was that the Kobe one? Kobe was 2021, right?
Remember when Kyle Lowry took the charge on James Harden? And
okay,
then,
so I think that's 2020.
And then the game-winning one was AD was posting up Kyle Lowry, and he threw it to AD, and he hit the game-winning free throws. Remember that one?
Yeah.
And they went like back and forth for like 3 minutes. They were playing like the hardest ball. Like
Mhm.
everyone's jumping up and down. Like you got Kawhi like showing emotion, getting hype. Like it was crazy.
It's all defense.
Yeah.
Like that's what bothers me the most is I'm excited about the offense, but I'm like, what does this look like when you got a Kawhi Leonard, a Paul George, a Rudy Gobert? Like you get these defensive monster units and some of the best offensive players, and like you never actually get to see that play out in All-Star games anymore.
Yeah.
Like you don't know what's better in the league today. Is it the defense or the offense? Let's see it. Nah, you don't really see it anymore.
Yeah, that is a good point. I feel like the offense is just ridiculous nowadays.
The way they call it doesn't help.
Yeah. Like how are you supposed to stop someone who has like all these different tricks in their bag to score the basketball, and then all of a sudden you can't even hand check them.
Yeah.
Like no, like for real. Like
You're
you
getting
can't
cooked.
Yeah, you're getting cooked.
You can't
You're
hand check
getting
Kyrie
cooked.
Irving.
Yeah, you're getting cooked.
Yeah, that is a good point. Like the offense, that's the other thing is like the way the refs call the game now hasn't necessarily matched with how good people are getting. Like you said, like the offense is just at back in the day without hand checking, you could probably still get quite a few steals and keep people in front of you.
Right.
But now, like you said, it's my God, like people are so good, fast, like best athletes we've seen. The ball handling's out of control. Like people rip on Jaylen Brown all the time for not being able to dribble with his left because it's just that rare. It's like you can't, and he can dribble. It's just compared to an NBA guard, it's not up to standard, and he gets grilled on that all the time.
Yeah, and for dunking over Kyson, that was pretty bad.
At least he did the dunk contest. Thank you, Jaylen Brown, for doing it.
No, that is true. That is true. That is
a
very
lot of
true.
guys in his position would even risk that.
Yeah, it's just you gotta pick something else than Kyson that, bro. Someone's gonna dunk over Shaq every year. Someone gonna dunk over Shaq. Like you cannot bring a 4-foot dude out there and then have him sit down and he become 2'10". And
yeah, is he just that popular? I'm kind of familiar with him on Twitter. He pops up, but I'm not.
Yeah, he's the biggest streamer in the world.
Oh, okay, so he's big time.
Yeah. He broke all of Twitch's subs and like live streams. I think he hit I want to say he hit 200,000 people in one stream. So imagine if we had 200,000 people on right now. But he brings a bunch of rappers on, a bunch of celebrities on his stuff. So I mean, that was a good face to bring on, but for a gun, you got to do something else with him.
Yeah, make him hold the ball over his head at the least.
Yeah, or try to get him to throw it off the backboard, but he's very unathletic. That would have went terribly bad.
Yeah. I mean, we kind of broke that down yesterday, but real quick before we get out of here with the All-Star game, I've been talking pretty negative. Did you like it at all? Was there anything about that game that got your interest?
There was one thing. It was what did I like? I liked seeing Tyrese
Halliburton.
Yeah, Halliburton play. Hitting them threes. He got a weird jump shot. Have you heard him talk?
Yeah, he switches his voice a lot.
What is that? I've never heard anyone in the world ever do that.
Him and Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, okay, that one is crazy. That one is very drastic, but he literally is talking and he goes, yeah, I just want to say and then he go deep and then he goes up and bro, I've never heard anyone talk like that before.
I'm thinking that was a one-time thing. He just had some phlegm, as gross it is, because I've never heard him talk that deep. Because
when he was talking before?
Yeah, because I was talking, I was like, his voice is crazy deep. And then it kind of broke through.
Yeah.
I don't know. But
yeah.
Karl Anthony Towns certainly.
You need a cough drop or something.
Yeah. With that being said, though, we'll throw it to break. This is What's Brewing with Chancellor Brewington. The host is always to my left. I'm Harrison Arns on the 1s and 2s. Again, if you guys want to join the show, 402-464-5685. Streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Allo Channel 961. Don't go anywhere. We got a couple more segments on the other side.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions. On the Block with Strick and Austin.
We're speaking to Husker baseball assistant Lance Harvell.
Seemed like there was a pretty heavy focus on the JUCO ranks this offseason. What went into the decision behind that approach?
There's something about junior college baseball. If you've been through it, you know that life, what it's about. You number one, you gotta have passion to play baseball. You gotta grind. These guys are tough. They're playing doubleheaders, every time out. So you know kind of what you're getting.
Weekdays from 2 to 4 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Did you know there's a place kids can seek out help when they're away from home and something goes wrong? They find themselves in a difficult spot or even a dangerous situation. Maybe another child is bullying them or a stranger is following them. Perhaps on a date and things just go bad. In Lincoln, here's where they can find help. It's called Safe Place. Safe Place is a national program for children taking place in thousands of cities across the United States. The People City Mission is sponsoring this program in our community and has set up a number of businesses, fire stations, schools, and nonprofits around the city to become safe locations where kids can seek out help. They just need to look for the big yellow sign that says Safe Place on it. Then go inside and ask for help. We will be quickly connected to them and ensure they make it back home or to whatever resources are needed. If you'd like to find out more about Safe Place and ways in which you can get involved, just go to pcmlincoln.org. Remember, when we all do a little, we change a lot.
1 in 3 adults has prediabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your football buddy, your football buddy, or you, your best man, your worst man, you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. That's doihaveprediabetes.org.
Wait, did they just say 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes? That's 33.33333% of adults. That means it could be me, my boss, or my boss's boss, or me, my favorite sister, or my other sister. That's 7 members of my 21-person romantic book club. Wait, the 1 in 3 could be me, my karaoke partner Carol, or my karaoke enemy Jeff. I'm going to take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
Are you tired of living in pain? It's time to take control. At Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, we're your one-stop shop for expert care in Lincoln. From broken bones to complex reconstruction, our skilled team will help you get back on track. Visit prairieortho.com today and discover why we're the trusted choice for thousands of patients. Don't let pain hold you back. Take the first step towards a better, pain-free life with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, where healing begins. Call 402-489-4700.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
Power combo BOGO? Huh?
Yes, if you purchase an air conditioner, you receive a furnace completely free. At John Henry's, our professionals want to ensure you are comfortable in your home all year long, no matter what Nebraska has to throw at us. Call today to schedule your free estimate and learn more about the free furnace waiting for you. Give John Henry's a call today.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
Acres is bringing you the nation's largest indoor display of John Deere equipment and technology. Acres 2024 Ag and Turf Expo showcases everything from tillage and planting to application and harvest. We'll also offer the latest industry insights from ag professionals across the state. Join us at the Sandhills Global Event Center March 6th and 7th or Fauner Park March 21st and 22nd. Go to acres.com/expo24 for a complete schedule of speakers and activities.
I'm Karen Carr. I've been a realtor for 31 years. When I made a company change 12 years ago, I chose Lincoln First Realty, now NP Dodge. It's the oldest independently owned realty company in the country. Since becoming NP Dodge, we've continued our tradition of community involvement. Our management and staff are always available to offer support in marketing, technology, social media, and educational opportunities.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Back to the Ticket weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back into Ticket Weeknights. This is What's Brewing with Chancellor Brewington. The host is always to my left. I'm Harrison Arns on the ones and twos. Again, if you guys got any questions, start our Heyman text line 402-464-5685. Streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and of course, the Allo channel 961, a great way to put a face to the voice. But while we switch it over on this next segment, Chancellor Brewington, I do want to ask you about the story. I don't know if you saw it, but I think it's pretty awesome. Bill Belichick will be the headline speaker at Nebraska's X's and O's football clinic. How they pulled that off, I don't know. But what's your excitement level that they're able to grab Bill Belichick for this?
Yeah, that's awesome. I hope I can get a ticket. I want to watch that.
That's what I was wondering. I was like, I know I'm not on the team, but
yeah,
There's a spot I can listen.
Yeah, if I'm in town, I'm gonna make sure I'm in the facility one day and I'm just gonna walk in because my goodness, yeah, how do you can't miss that, bro? That's like I don't think there's even a basketball coach that's comparable. I mean, Phil Jackson.
Yeah, that's probably
Phil Jackson,
one.
but I feel like football is even different though. Like he has 8 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
8. Like, dude, you have to hear what he has to say. I hope someone records it. I don't know if it's gonna be strictly like philosophy or his coaching style, but it would just be awesome to hear all of that, bro.
Yeah, either way, I'm writing it down.
Yeah.
If he's talking about is what he has for lunch, I'm writing it down. Like I don't care. Like what he has to say is and like he's just got out of the league. You know, it's like he just didn't get a job in the NFL this year, which is still crazy to me that no one pulled the trigger on it. But I mean, he's right there in terms of everything he needs to know about the NFL. It's like he was just there. And obviously his football prowess. What would be the number one thing you'd want to ask him if you got the chance to actually ask him a question?
My goodness. That even right there is a fantastic question. Just him being that defensive mind, man. I would definitely just pick his whole. I would just want to know. It couldn't be just one question. I would just want to sit there. I would just want to watch film with him so bad.
Yeah,
I would just love to watch film with him and I wouldn't even say nothing. I just want you to go through each play. Like, dude, that would be an honor. Like that would be the only way I can say this. That would be an honor to just pick his brain on some things and just be a complete student. That's one of them that's one of them people. Like, I feel like there's a few people that like not a few. Anyone who knows more than you, there is just a time to listen. Like, it's not time to say much. There's not a whole bunch of words to say. Like, it's not a time to act like you know a bunch. It's a time to act like you know nothing and get everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Like, I think that's what we missing today. If I'm being honest, in my generation, we're missing that.
Yeah.
We're missing, hey man, I don't know. To say I don't know. Hey, I don't know. I need to know. And I know that you know, just to humble yourself and do that. But if I had the opportunity to get a nugget from Bill Belichick, that would be fantastic.
Yeah, I'm just, I don't want to, envious isn't the right word. I'm super happy that those guys are going to have that opportunity. And again, just soak up any information that you could is going to be a win. Be curious. Like, I would want to ask him. I would never ask him, but just like the you and Tom Brady relationship, I think it's good. I think the media ran away with that one, but I do always wonder, like, were you upset when Tom Brady was leaving? Like, was this like, how big of this conversation heading into the season? Like, were you super adamant that we need you to stay, or were you like, yeah, let's bygones be bygones. Good luck elsewhere.
I
would never ask him that.
Right. No, of course.
Personal,
yeah. But if it was like a free world and all of a sudden you could get one free wish or one free answer. Yeah, no, I could dig that.
Yeah.
I could dig that.
Speaking of quarterbacks, I think Tom Brady, 20 years, you could argue 20 years of just not just good football, straight up dominance. Now we're in this Patrick Mahomes era, and timeline wise, it's looking like a Tom Brady timeline, which the thing that made Tom Brady incredible, which makes LeBron, I wouldn't even put LeBron up there. What makes Michael Jordan incredible is consistency. Like, they just kept doing it year after year after year. Even though Michael Jordan, like, he took a little break, he came back. Even Kobe, he wins his rings with Shaq. Everyone's writing him off. He comes back, gets Powell. They won a couple more. It's that longevity of greatness. And that's really the last thing Patrick Mahomes has left to check on his list is, can he keep doing it? Is Patrick Mahomes heading on that mountain to be the next greatest quarterback of all time?
I think pure talent, like he is. I think he already is the best quarterback, like just off of pure skill set.
In the league today, yeah.
Yeah, in the league today. But I mean, was he have 3 championships right now, 2 MVPs? Like, yeah, he's only 28 years old. Let's say he gets 2 more. Let's say he gets 5 and he gets 2 more MVPs. Like, it's going to become, it's going to be a real conversation in about 3-4 years. I would say by the time he gets to 31, 32, he plays a different style, a different brand of football where he is outside the pocket making things happen. So he is a little bit more more prone to injury, I would say, a little bit more than Tom Brady would be, but still, he tore his ACL. Tom Brady did. So, I mean, I'm not wishing that on Patrick Mahomes. I'm just saying that injury bug does get you, and it could slow you down, but it didn't for Tom. I mean, it didn't. But
Maybe it's the dad bod. I'm not even kidding. It's
yeah.
so bizarre. The longevity of the guys that don't seem to be in the best shape.
Yeah,
because like I'd even argue that Aaron Rodgers looked like he was in a little bit better shape than Mahomes did after the Super Bowl, which is just crazy for how old Rodgers is.
Yeah, I think it's a different from like just the plain eye, like you look at like Tom Brady, not very whatever, but I would say, or even Patrick Mahomes is a different beast because his torque, like his hip movement, his range of motion, like in his T-spine range of motion, like the things that his trainer works on. I don't know if you ever saw the QB1 documentary.
Yeah, it's special. He is on a very special.
Yeah,
and it makes sense when you see how he plays.
Yeah, like the rotational explosive workouts that they do during season and just the different ways they apply force and he uses his body in a bunch of different movements that he would be put in game. That's really hard. That's really hard to find trainers like that in the first place. But you're Patrick Mahomes, you're gonna find that. But I think it's just awesome to see that, especially that documentary was just insane. I'm just thinking about it now. I'm stuck on a documentary, seeing those guys' preparation. Marcus Mariota's wife, calling plays, and he's writing them out, doing the reads. Like, dude, that's goals right there, bro. That is goals. But
I think they had Spencer Rattler on first season as well, right? Are we thinking of the same
no
docu-series?
No,
QB1?
I'm talking about not QB1. I don't know what it's called, but it had
so I just saw the workout video
Kirk
with
Cousins
Mahomes and this trainer doing all the crazy stretching routines.
Yeah, it had Kirk Cousins, Marcus Mariota,
on Netflix,
Patrick Mahomes,
yes, okay.
and what was the fourth one?
Patrick Mahomes, Kirk Cousins,
Marcus Mariota, and was that it? It was just 3?
I think it was just 3.
Okay.
I'll double check.
Yeah, it was. I think it was just 3, but no, that was dope. That was dope. That was awesome. To hear Kirk Cousins and the way he processes things and the way he's so humble about things, and the way his family does things, like you see his wife picking out his pregame fit, like, and he not trying to look too flashy, like just the way like it just humanizes them, in a way that I think that was very, very, very necessary, and they were pretty vulnerable on there, during. Because Marcus Mariota had a very up and down year, and Kirk Cousins did as well. The heat that he gets every year is ridiculous. Like, I mean, who are you expecting him to be? I know. Yeah, he might not get it done every year, but what expectations are you putting on him? Like, I'm not sure when did he get drafted?
Oh, that's a great question. That's a start name and text line question. Kirk Cousins draft, or even Bach, if you're listening, you can write it on the board back there.
Yeah. What college you go to? Kirk Cousins, he went to.
Let's get it on. 102nd.
From Missouri, was it? No.
I don't think it's Missouri. Let's find it real quick. But it was just those 3 quarterbacks in that one. Michigan State.
No, I knew that. I should have known that.
Yeah, as soon as you read it, that's when it registers.
Yeah.
It looks like we had a couple on the text line as well. Michigan State. Shout out to Switch from Lincoln.
Yeah.
And
shout out.
5388 4th round. So shout out to those guys for always plugging us with the information there. But yeah, those 3 quarterbacks, and that was a good series. Man, now I'm gonna go home and rewatch that thing.
Yeah.
But what is cool because you see Marcus Mariota. What was just kind of hard to watch at times because you're rooting for him.
My goodness, I just wanted to do so good
because it shows you the humanity of
it. Yeah.
And you start looking at him as like a human instead of this rich, millionaire.
Yeah.
And you start rooting for him.
Yeah. And to see how much you could see the difference between the way Patrick Mahomes carried himself, Kirk Cousins, and Marcus Mariota. Not to say anyone was good, bad, or different. It was just like you saw one person's career thriving and going at just really taking off and going at a crazy level. Then you had one Kirk Cousins where it was like very promising, and then there were some bumps in the roads. And then you had Mariota's where it was just like it was kind of troubled waters, like it was rocky waters. Like there was a lot of uncertainty. There was, this is his first year here, trying to make a name for himself. I think he gets hurt in that year. So I mean, there was like a bunch of different scenes, but to see all the different lanes, all the different avenues, and just to see like them process a good game together, process a bad game, process a okay game, process a game where they could have. There was like one Marcus Mariota, like there was like last drive and he throws a pick. So like, and then you really got to see him like, hey, like this was really on me. Like I gotta be back better this week. And to see him kind of like take his preparation to almost to a whole new, like not a whole new level, but step it up a little bit in his preparation. It was interesting to see.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that I think has always made him a successful quarterback. Like when you look at quarterbacks, there's so many QBs out there that are really good, but those intangibles are hard to come by.
Yeah,
like that's what makes a quarterback rare. Like you look at Mahomes, and this is why I think he's going to be great for a long time. The amount of distractions this guy had this year, he could have easily found a way to not be his best.
Yeah, no,
and he
that is
was
a great point.
Incredible with Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce. Just the level of hate that the Chiefs had this year, for right or wrong, I don't really care. It's sports. It's all fun at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But that guy had distraction. I mean, his brother, his wife somehow kind of gets the social media dragged through it a little bit.
Yeah,
even who Taylor Swift is saying, like it's all just kind of around Mahomes' vicinity, and you don't hear that guy ever slip up or get distracted.
Yeah, that's a special composure. But I mean, just being like a human, I wonder when do you process it though? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you shut it out for all season, you shut it out. So like, when do you process it? You understand what I'm saying? Like when do you process it during the off season, and now it's like you're just
Jackson, what the hell were you doing?
No, like is that what you do? Like, and then it's time to handle everything that happened during season, because you have to be so locked in during season to lead a franchise like that.
I think he's kind of smart too. Like probably took a few notes out of LeBron's book. Like, who do you surround yourself with? Because LeBron, there's no way LeBron's getting to all those meetings. Like, he's surrounding himself with people to kind of keep some of that noise
to a minimum.
Just not because he's too cool for it, because my Lord, he's just a massive celebrity at this point.
He can't go anywhere.
No.
So, imagine if LeBron dropped his location. I'm on 11th and O Street right now.
I'm gonna be that guy. I'll be like, hey man, can I get like 10 minutes? It's just for a show. Like, I'm gonna be annoying.
No, but how many people would show up?
Oh my God.
No,
people will be driving from Omaha. Everyone in Nebraska, I don't care if they got school or work tomorrow, they're calling in. And they're gonna have some people call in just to see if they can go find LeBron.
Yeah, I'm on 11th and O. Pull up. Bro, how many? There's at least 1,000 people here in an hour.
Yeah, please.
Or 30 minutes.
Night.
Yeah,
like everyone's on edge watching. Like, how big is this going to get?
Yeah. That's.
Well, remember when even Dwayne Wade came to that Husker football game with his wife? Yes, because his wife was a Husker alum, and like, I mean, it's also true. Like, there's just not a lot of celebrities that come to Nebraska.
Right.
So when it happens, people are like, "Oh my God!" Like Dwayne Wade was. I just remember a massive celebrity when he was down here. But that being said, though, we'll go ahead throw it to our final break here on What's Brewing with Chancellor Brewington. The host is always to my left. Shout out to you guys on the text line 402-464-5685. We got one more segment. We'll be right back.
Be a memory for your grandchildren. Among Nebraska adults age 65 or older, 47% report current alcohol use. Drinking too much can cause harm to children, family members, and loved ones. By drinking less, you will still be around for your grandchildren. If you or a loved one is looking for help, find a treatment facility near you at findtreatment.gov. For immediate support, call, text, or chat 988.
Brought to you by Nebraska DHHS in partnership with SAMHSA.
Attention all Wings fans. 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
Early break. The garage door at our house has been needing replacement for a couple years, and a few months ago, we finally did something about it. Steve's Garage Doors and Services was great through the whole process in providing options and also going to the next level to get a door that was approved by our HOA. And best of all, the removal of the old door and installation of the new door was done smoothly with no issues. Call Steve's Garage Doors and Services today at 402-480-2840.
You can get diesel anywhere. But what about atomic diesel? That comes from Stern. Atomic Diesel is your solution to all your cold weather problems. Prevent clogged fuel filters, increase your fuel economy, and save money with Atomic Diesel. Contact Roger at Stern today by calling 1-800-477-2744 to see how Atomic Diesel and the rest of their line of fuels and lubricants can keep your operation running at max capacity.
Introducing The Outlet by Sartor Heyman. The Outlet brings you luxurious Sartor Heyman quality jewelry at unbeatable prices. Shop our expansive inventory of overstocked merchandise and a vast estate collection that just hasn't found its home yet. This is your chance to own stunning designer jewelry at a fraction of the cost. Elevate your style at The Outlet by Sartor Heyman, where luxury and affordability meet. Downtown at 12th and O or online at sartorheyman.com.
Hey, it's Chad with the Nutrition Authority, inviting you to stop in and check out the all-new complete post-workout recovery, CPR. CPR is ideal for anyone who works out or competes and wants to maximize results. CPR can only be found at Nutrition Authority. Stop in today and try a free sample or visit us at mynutritionauthority.com.
Hello? Believe it or not, old phones are one of the most common pain points in offices today. Many of these phones are beyond repair because parts aren't available to fix outdated devices. Whether it's a traditional phone system or cloud-based VoIP technology, Hamilton Business Phones can help upgrade your connection. We make it easy to sync your office phone with your cell for seamless call handling, no matter where you work. If your current office phone can't do this, you deserve better. Hire your local experts. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
On the block with Strick and Austin.
We're speaking to Husker baseball assistant Lance Harvell.
Seemed like there was a pretty heavy focus on the JUCO ranks this offseason. What went into the decision behind that approach?
There's something about junior college baseball. You know, if you've been through it, you know that life, what it's about. You number one, you got to have a passion to play baseball. You gotta grind. These guys are tough. They're playing double headers, every time out. So you know kind of what you're getting.
Weekdays from 2 to 4 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Power combo BOGO? Huh?
Yes, if you purchase an air conditioner, you receive a furnace completely free. At John Henry's, our professionals want to ensure you are comfortable in your home all year long, no matter what Nebraska has to throw at us. Call today to schedule your free estimate and learn more about the free furnace waiting for you. Give John Henry's a call today.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
Ready to upgrade your combine in 2024? The team at Landmark Implement is here to help find the right combine to fit your operations needs. Choose from 4.5% for up to 60 months or a 12-month interest waiver, followed by John Deere financial rates with approved credit through the end of February. When you purchased a pre-owned S or X Series combine from Landmark, know you are backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network with mobile techs and parts drop-off points to keep you up and running. View our current inventory online at landmarkim.com or stop by your local Landmark to experience the Landmark difference.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Back to The Ticket weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back in. Final segment of What's Brewing with Chancellor Brewington here on Ticket Weeknights at 1040 O Street. Again, shout out to you guys for chiming in, 402-464-5685. You can feel free to do so as we got Nuclear Heat up next. They'll talk some pro wrestling. Jake Bachman in for that one. But to wrap things up here, we're going to dive into some Husker hoops because the way it's sitting right now is maintain. They control their destiny is basically the best way to put it. Nebraska football is in the same kind of stance this year. They controlled their own destiny, and there's some pressure that comes with that. It seems like with this Nebraska ball team controlling their own destiny, we talked about they only got 5 games left. Big road game against Indiana tomorrow. You got to get the road game wins, bump yourself up in those rankings. Not a lot of big games left. But what does that kind of add to the pressure when you can see it, and now you are totally responsible because it's right there in front of you. You control your destiny now.
Yeah, I think it goes to focusing what was the main thing and tunnel vision. And, if you're a coach or if you're a leader on the team, you definitely got to give that message of just like, hey, it's not about, what people are saying, if we're in the top 40, if we're in the top 50, 60, whatever it is. I think it's just, hey, we need to get this done today, whether it's practice, whether it's recovery, whether it's a actual game against Indiana. I think that's the main focus, is each game and each time we step on the floor, we got to get better. And then when it's game time, we just perform, because they've been performing, man. They've been performing.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great team. It's better. We don't get to have this conversation normally.
Yeah,
this time of year, it's like,
and people are excited about this. Like, oh my gosh, like people are loving this
across the country. That's what, because like I'm on Reddit all the time, just because I love, especially the sports Reddit pages.
Right.
It's very fun to get the opinion of the country. People are in love with this team.
Yeah.
People really want to see Nebraska go in, because K-State Tamanaga, CJ Wilcher has become a Big Ten favorite. I feel like for a lot of people, like, man, it just be, if you can see CJ Wilcher having a big game in the tournament, like this team has not only inspired like a lot of Nebraska fans, but across the board, you just talk to other fans of other universities, and this team's doing something. They're moving the needle for this program that's badly been needed.
Yeah, I think, I mean, I'm not sure on the ages of everyone, what's coming back. Not to overlook this season, but I mean, it's an exciting time for a bunch of programs in Nebraska. Like seriously, like you got soccer doing good. Obviously football had its ups and downs, but there was a lot of promise there.
Oh, big time.
I mean, you got the top 10 defense in the nation. And then I'm missing something else. Basketball's
doing good. Volleyball,
wrestling doing pretty good right now.
Yeah, wrestling, and then soccer, they got to the semifinals.
Yeah.
Volleyball got to the championship.
Volleyball, that's what it was. I was missing volleyball. Nebraska kind of killing it. I don't know. I mean, in baseball,
gymnastics are doing well too. And track, the men's track team right now is on a tear.
Really?
I think they're number 8 in the country.
Man,
and they're favored to win the Big Ten again.
Dude, let's keep going. But back to basketball, what number do they have to get to out for you to say, like, hey, this is a comfortable number, I feel, before the Big Ten tournament, right? And like, what number would you say?
They got the 5 games in front of them left. I would say they're at 18 right now. The early on it was 20 wins. Like, get to the 20 mark.
Okay.
That usually gives you a pretty good shot. So that's 2 more wins. But as a result of kind of the weak schedule left, if you want to feel really good about it, don't just get to 20. You at least, I think, got to win 3 out of these last 5.
Is there any kind of, is it all conference games left?
All con.
Ooh.
At least it's not the top. Like, you got Purdue out of the way. You got Illinois. You got Wisconsin out of the way. Minnesota looks kind of scary though, and Ohio State, like I said, just beat Purdue. So those 2 teams, you weren't, you're looking revenge game against Minnesota, because you thought, at the beginning of the year, it's like, man, what a bad loss. But Minnesota's been playing pretty good ball. So now it's like, okay, that's probably going to be the toughest game left in terms of skill, unless you want to just argue the road games are all going to be the toughest ones, which is fair. But I think if you can get, 4 out of this last 5, you should be feeling pretty good. I think if you drop 3, you're going to be really, really nervous after the Big Ten tournament and waiting on Selection Sunday.
Yeah, I think, man, if we can just keep going. And is it, how much of a advantage is it when playing here at home?
Oh, for Nebraska?
Yeah.
We've only lost 1 game at home.
How many home games we got?
We have, let me just pull it up here. We only got, I think, a couple home games left, because I think all of our games are going to be on the road. So we got Indiana on the road, Minnesota, revenge game at home, Ohio State on the road, Rutgers, revenge game. We get them back at home. On the road for Michigan, they're obviously going to want revenge on us.
Hard team, beat a team twice.
So we could split a lot of these series, or we can go ahead and sweep them. And if you sweep them, you're feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
We do have Justin chiming in here saying 21. And 21 is you're going to at least get 3 more wins, which is kind of where I'm at.
Yeah. 21. I like that. 21.
Yeah. And that should give you a nice bye as well into that Big Ten tournament, which should save you from having an early exit, which is really going to hurt you when they make those final 64 teams.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I'm at. Where are you at confidence wise as we wrap it up here for this team to not only get there? Love you. First one. How confident are you on this team getting to the tournament as it sits right now before we even play Indiana tomorrow?
Yeah, I feel good about that. I really do. I think just the rematches are a little bit of a concern, but I mean, the mindset, I feel like they're getting ready for Big Ten play, so they're expecting to play teams they already beat.
Okay. And then what's your confidence? You think they're going to get in? Is this the year? Do we get a tournament win?
Do we get a tournament win? Just got to get one tournament win.
Yeah, because we've never done it before. The only Power 5 school.
Yeah, we get a tournament win.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those games where we find a way to get in, whether it's Colorado State, a few other teams we got played in there. But I think it's going to be one of those where might be the year for Nebraska basketball and finally move the needle for this program. It's going to be awesome. I'm hoping for a win against Indiana tomorrow along with everybody else, but this is going to go ahead and wrap it up for What's Brewing with Chancellor Brewington. The host is always to my left, but don't go anywhere. We got Nuclear Heat with Jake Bogdan up next.
Sir.